Hello and welcome everybody to my first video. Today I will be showing and proving most of the formulas for the area of the triangle. The first formula is the most basic one, and it's just base times height divided by 2. And to prove it, let me draw a triangle here and the height. Okay, so the base is divided by height into two pieces, and let's call them x and y. Now, this triangle and this triangle are actually half of a certain rectangle, and let me draw these rectangles. This is of the length y, this of the length h, and x. So the area of this triangle is actually half of this whole rectangle, and the area of this triangle is half of this whole rectangle. So the overall area of the triangle is x times h divided by 2 plus y times h divided by 2. Now we can take h over 2 in front. And as we know, x and y summed up are a base. So that is basically AH over 2. So, proven. Okay. The next formula requires the knowledge of the trigonometric function sine, and the formula looks like that. Now you can ask yourself what angle is alpha, what is A, what is B. And basically, A and B are the sides that create the angle alpha. So, for example, if this was alpha, this would be A, this would be B. If this was alpha, this would be A, this would be B. If this was alpha, this would be A, and this would be B. And again, let's draw a triangle to prove it. H here is right angle, and let's say this is alpha. From definition, sine alpha is, let's call this B, h over b. Now if we plug this in into this formula, we have a times b times h over b. B reduces, and all we have left is a times h over 2. And that's the formula that we have proven earlier. So now the last formula that I will be covering is the most complicated one. It's Herons Formula, and it goes as follows. It's a very long one. By the way, this is S, pardon my writing. And S is basically half of the parameter of a triangle. So A plus B plus C over 2. Now to start proving this, we're gonna need law of cosine. That looks like that. And the alpha is actually the angle that is creating C. So for example, if this was alpha, this would be C. Okay, so from this formula, we can calculate what cosine alpha is. And it's C squared minus A squared minus B squared over minus 2AB. That's cosine alpha. Now let's just multiply. Let's just take the minus up. So it's going to be a squared plus b squared minus c squared over 2ab. That is equal to cosine alpha. Now we're going to have to use another formula. And it's sine squared plus cosine squared is actually equal 1. So this formula allows us to calculate sine if we know cosine. So let's calculate calculate this sine. out of this equation. And let's take the root. Now here you can ask yourself a question if there should be a plus minus sign over here. But we should not worry about it because we are in the triangles, and sine and cosine of angles in triangles are always positive. So okay. Now we are gonna plug this whole thing right here. So let's start over here. Sine alpha is equal to the square root of 1 minus a squared plus b squared minus c squared over 4a squared b squared. Now this one can be written as 4a squared b squared minus a squared plus b squared minus c squared over 4a squared b squared. So basically 4a squared b squared over 4a squared b squared is 1. So we just put these together. And now if we divide it by this, we can actually take it out of the root, and it will look as follows. It's gonna be 4a squared b squared minus a squared plus b squared minus c squared, all this squared, divided by 2ab. Okay, so now I'm gonna refresh your memory if you don't know, or if you don't know these formulas. These formulas are gonna be needed for the course of whole proof. These are just some shortcut formulas so that it's easier to simplify. And a minus b squared is equal to a squared minus 2ab plus b squared. Okay, so we already can see that we can apply this formula right here. So the a squared is gonna be this, and b squared is gonna be all this. So let's rewrite it in this form. So it's gonna be a square root, pretty big one, and it's gonna be 2ab minus b, and b is whole this. So minus a squared minus b squared plus c squared. Okay, and this multiplied by a plus b. So 2ab plus a squared plus b squared minus c squared. All this under the root over 2ab. Okay, so now here we can see that if we put a minus right here, we're gonna have minus a squared plus 2ab and minus b squared. And that's exactly what we have here. So let's simplify it again. Okay, the square root of c squared minus a minus b squared, all this in the brackets, multiplied by, okay, so here we can see this thing, a squared plus b squared plus 2ab. So a plus b squared minus c squared, and all this divided by 2ab. Now again, we notice that we can apply this formula to this one and this one. So in this case, a squared is the c squared, and b squared is going to be a minus b squared. So let's do that. Okay, so c is going to be c, because minus b, so minus a plus b, multiplied by a plus b, so c plus a minus b Okay, and now this part. It's this is gonna be A and this is gonna be B. So A plus B minus C is actually minus B. A minus B is gonna be A plus B minus C. And the last one is gonna be A plus B. So A plus B plus C. Okay, all this divided by 2AB. Now all this, let's plug in S now, okay? So we're gonna have the square root of, this is gonna be 2S minus 2A. 2S minus 2A. This is gonna be 2S minus 2B. This is gonna be 2S minus 2C. This is gonna be just 2S over 2AB. And let's just take 2 out of every single bracket. So just so it makes it easier. It's gonna be 16 S minus A, S minus B, S minus C, and S, and 2AB. Okay, after all this long simplifying, let's plug this into here, because as you remember, this is sine alpha. So let's plug this right here. So we have the area is equal to 1 over 2 AB times 16 S minus A, S minus B, S minus C, and S. That divided by 2AB. Now as we can see, A and B reduce themselves, and all is left is 1 over 4. So that is equal to 1 over 4, but we have a 16. So if we take out the 16 from the root, it's actually going to be 4 here. And this 4 reduces these two. So we basically end up with S minus A, S minus B, S minus C, and S. And that's the formula that I showed you at the beginning. So we proved it. Thank you for watching. If you have any ideas as to what our topics should I tackle, then please leave a comment.